22422 to send in all your feedback. Now, suspended IEBC Commissioner Irene Masit has appointed lawyer Donald Kipkorir and his law firm to represent her before the tribunal appointed by President William Ruto to investigate allegations of gross violation of the Constitution against 4 commissioners who disowned his August 9th win. Masit also asked the tribunal, chaired by Appellate Judge Irene Masit, to submit all correspondence to her through Kipkorir's law firm address. Now, her decision is a major departure from that of Juliana Cherera and Justice Nyang'aya, who opted to resign instead of facing the tribunal. And as Francis Gashuri now reports, the spotlight is now on Commissioner Francis Wanderi, with his options narrowing down to either resigning or facing the tribunal.
A day after Juliana Cherera opted to exit from Anniversary Towers, following in the footsteps of Justice Nyang'aya, who resigned last week, attention shifted to suspended Commissioners Irene Masit and Francis Wanderi. Masit's lawyer Donald Kipkorir filed a notice of appointment dated 6th December 2022 before the tribunal appointed by President William Ruto to investigate the 4 embattled commissioners. In the notice, Kipkorir asked the 5-member tribunal, chaired by Appellate Judge Irene Masit, to address Masit through his law firm, KTK Advocates, for purposes of its sittings. Commissioner Francis Wanderi remaining mum on whether he would opt to follow in the footsteps of Cherera and Nyang'aya, who resigned, or face the tribunal that kicks off its sittings next week. The High Court sitting in Meru has summoned parties in a case filed by Philemon Kiogora, Godfrey Kinoti and Joshua Muirigi, seeking to stop the tribunal from investigating the 4 IEBC commissioners. Kiogora, Kinoti and Muirigi have listed the National Assembly, Muchelule's tribunal, and Attorney General Justin Muturi as the respondents, with Cherera, Masit, Nyang'aya and Wanderi named as interested parties. The 3 petitioners claim the procedure and reasons outlined for the removal of 4 IEBC commissioners had a predetermined outcome and disregarded the pursuit of justice. They want the High Court to stop the tribunal's process, arguing that the embattled commissioners, popularly known as the Cherera 4, were being hounded out of office in violation of the Constitution and taking the country back to the dark days. By stopping the tribunal, the petitioners say the foundation of the Constitution will be protected and constitutional office holders insulated from unjustifiable removal. The Meru High Court, however, declined to issue the orders in a ruling dated 6th of December 2022 and ordered parties in the case to appear for a hearing Wednesday.
For a short photo moment before we conclude.
And as the court handles the matter, Muchelule and his team published the tribunal's practice and procedure rules in the Kenya Gazette. Tribunal members elected lawyer Caroline Kamende Daudi to deputize Muchelule. The quorum for tribunal hearings and conduct of business is the chairperson and 2 members, and in the absence of the chairperson, the vice chair will take charge. The tribunal will hold a status conference on Friday to, among other things, fix dates for hearings and confirm the manner of conducting such hearings. The Friday session will also confirm witnesses who shall give evidence, the documents that will be used, as well as the manner of service. In the gazetted rules, the tribunal hearings will be in public unless a commissioner opts for in-camera sessions. The summoned commissioners will have a right to appear before the tribunal in person or through their lawyers. Should any commissioner decide to stay away from the tribunal altogether, Muchelule and his team will consider the evidence presented by the 4 petitioners, the Republican Party, Dennis Ndumbi, Geoffrey Lagat and Owuor Steve Jerry, and file a report to the President with recommendations on the commissioners. Cherera and Nyang'aya opting to resign to, among other things, insulate themselves from public proceedings and adverse recommendations by the tribunal, including barring them from holding public offices in the future. Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV.